In this video, I'm going to help prepare you for your new puppy's arrival into your home. So getting a new puppy can be super exciting for you and your family, but you need to make sure that you prepare for their new arrival. So before we get into the video, I want to introduce you to my little main man, Tiny Tank, the Chihuahua. So Tank is currently 12 weeks old and we are going through the 5 steps to help settle him into his new home with us, which we're going to teach you guys today. Number 1, puppy proofing your home, indoors and outdoors. The most important thing that you should do before your dog arrives is puppy proof your home. So your puppy has no chance of escaping and getting lost in the real world. So let's start with indoors. So we've all heard of puppies chewing through electrical cables, like for example, the TV cable and getting electrocuted. You need to make sure all your cables are hidden from your puppy. You need to make sure that all your cupboards, closets and doors are closed around the house, so your dog does not have access to your shoes and your clothes, as well as hazardous poisonous materials such as cleaning products. So outsides, you need to make sure that you puppy proof the outside of your home, making sure that there are no holes in any of the fences so your dog can escape and get lost. You need to make sure that you remove all chemicals such as fertilizers, herbicides and insecticides, and any poisonous plants that may be in your gardens. Ask your local vet for a list of plants that should be out of your puppy's reach so they do not have access to them. On the subject of vets, make sure you familiarize yourself with your local vet in case your dog has an accident or if you need to get your dog's injections. Make sure you puppy proof your home inside and out, and make sure you schedule your dog's first visit to the vet. 2, basic equipment that you will need for your puppy's arrival. Okay, so stainless steel bowls. Make sure that you buy stainless steel bowls instead of plastic bowls. The reason is when your puppy's super young, he's going to want to chew on everything. So it's very hard for your dog to chew on stainless steel bowls. So with your bowls, they're obviously easy to clean. So make sure that you clean them on a daily basis, or just do what I do, and every 2 days, I put them in the dishwasher. So they're super clean and hygienic when they come out. Don't wait until you get algae at the bottom of your bowls. Make sure your dog has fresh water every single day. Okay, so your dog's sleeping space. You need to make sure that your dog has a good sleeping space. This can be a little bit of a controversial topic, but we generally recommend crate training your dog. Little Tank here, he has been crate trained since the day that we got him. The first night, he's a little bit funny in his crate, just been taken away from his family in a new place, new people around him, and a new dog and cats in our household. In the first couple of days, he became really rock solid in his crate. So with their sleeping area, it will become their own safe space. So when they want to get away from you guys, or just have some time by themselves, they go back to their little safe space. So crate training is a whole nother topic, which I'll go through in a later video. So make sure your dog has a comfortable bed to sleep on and they're safe and secure in that area. So if you don't want to use a crate for your puppy, make sure that you have a pen that you can keep your dog in so your dog doesn't have access to the whole house, and you can secure your dog so you know that he is safe when you are not around. Collars and leashes. It's super important that your dog gets used to wearing a collar and getting used to a leash. So when you get your new puppy, it's very important that you condition your dog to wearing a collar. This will help with the training process and getting them walking on a leash at an earlier age. So what we've done with Tiny Tank here, since the day that we've got him, we've applied a collar around his neck. We've also put a leash connected to him with the end cut off. So we're getting our dog used to having his collar on, also wearing a leash and getting used to that while he's walking around the house. So we make sure that the end is cut off so the loop does not get caught on anything around the house. So as soon as you get your new puppy, make sure your dog's wearing a collar and getting him used to the lead. Brushes and combs. It's super important that you groom your dog regularly. This will help your dog get used to being brushed and also being held and touched by people. It will also help with creating a stronger bond and relationship with your dog. Puppy toys. Depending on the size of your dog, depends on the size of the toy that you should get. Some rubber toys can be pretty indestructible, and I do recommend these. But under supervision, you can give the softer toys to your puppy. Depending on your dog's age and their teeth, depends on the toy that you should get for your puppy. The younger the dog, the softer the toy. Make sure you choose only safe toys for your dog. Make sure you dispose of your toys when there are signs of wear and damage. Tank's personal favorite is this worm, and it squeaks in every bit of this worm's body. 3. Introducing your dog to your children and your other pets. So, introducing your puppy to your children must be done slowly. Children don't realize that they need to be super slow and careful around puppies. So you as a responsible adult need to make sure that you are supervising this situation at all times. What I suggest that you do, like I do with a lot of dogs, is don't force your interaction on the puppy. Sit your kids down, let the dog explore and walk around the house and let the puppy come to you. The worst thing you can do is force interaction on your new puppy. And trust me, I'm going through it now with my 4 and 2-year-old. Introducing your puppy to your other pets. Dude! Hey, buddy. So introducing your puppy to your other pets needs to be done slowly, just as you would do with your children. There's many ways that you can go about this, but again, it needs to be done super slowly. You could put your dog in the crate or the penned area and make sure if you have another dog that they are on lead and brought up super slowly, letting them smell and sniff each other through the barrier. A lot of people also have cats just like we do, and we've just done the same thing with him. Again, introducing them very slowly. This can be done with the same process of having the dog in their crate or in a pen. 4. Puppy hygiene and grooming. Let's start with bathing your dog. Bathing your new dog, depending on their size, depends on where you should bath them. So with little Tiny Tank here, we will just do it in our kitchen sink. So when we're bathing our dog, you need to make sure that the water's not too hot or too cold. We need to slowly introduce our dog to the water itself. So again, depending on your dog's size, depends on what you're going to use to pour the water over them. Either using a small cup like I do with Tiny Tank here, or for with your larger dogs, using a hose. You need to make sure that you go through this process nice and slowly, dependent on the dog, rewarding your dog throughout. You need to also be aware you can also overwash your dog. So we recommend washing your dog either at the start or the end of every month, so it's easy to remember. We're doing this so we're not stripping the natural oils from their coat. Nail trimming. Another important aspect of having a dog is making sure that you trim their nails. We need to do this so it is nice and stress-free for the dog. Again, another thing that we do, making sure we do it nice and slow and making sure that we're not stressing the dog out. When you're doing this, you need to make sure that you also are rewarding the dog throughout the process. There are many ways that you can go through this process. Getting your dog used to being patted and held and turned upside down and touching his paws is one aspect of teaching the dog to be comfortable with getting his nails trimmed. Once your dog is getting pretty comfortable, then you can start the nail trimming process. If you do feel uncomfortable doing this, make sure you see your local vet or your local groomer for advice on this subject, just so we don't stress our dog out any more than we have to. Brushing and combing our dog. Every single dog's coat is different. Some have short hair, some have medium-sized hair, and some have long hair. Some shed more than others, some don't shed at all. Depending on your dog depends on how regularly you need to brush and maintain your dog's coat. So regular bathing and brushing of your dog's coat will help get rid of the dead skin on your dog, as well as maintain their coat. The type of equipment needed will vary depending on your dog's coat. So shorter haired dogs may not need as much maintenance as the longer haired dogs. So you probably have to do this once, twice a week. Medium haired dogs, depending on their under or top coat, depends on how regularly you might have to brush your dog. With these types of dogs, you might have to start brushing your dog a bit more regularly, so every day or 2 days. For dogs with long coats, I recommend brushing on a daily basis. Number 5, dental hygiene. So puppies' teeth aren't going to stay around that long, so you might find them around the house, but in most cases, puppies will generally swallow them. So don't worry trying to find your dog's puppy teeth. To help care and prevent from infections with your dog's teeth, they say to brush your dog's teeth every single day. And I know that can be hard, life gets in the way. So what we generally do is brush our dog's teeth either once or twice a week, making sure that you condition your dog to a toothbrush at an early age, and making sure that you're only using dog toothpaste, as human toothpaste is not great for dogs. These are the 5 stages that we use to acclimate every puppy into their new home. Let us know which stage you've found most helpful, and let us know how your dog came into your life. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.